Hello everybody, welcome to one of my YouTube videos where I show you how I deal with my choking phobia. It's through exposure and response prevention therapy. So today I'm eating the red leftovers of the pizza I had yesterday. It's 3 slices, it's a lot, so I'll see if I can get through it. Sorry my TV is not on right now. I just woke up and I'd like to go to the convenience store to get a Coke because I need Coke for this. I could have done with water. Maybe that's something I could work my way up to, but I think it's just also something I enjoy, having Coke. So scale 0 to 100 before the anxiety. I feel, 20, 15. I'm gonna go with 20. No, I'm so bad at this. I think I'm gonna go with 15. 15 out of 100.
Did you wake up yet?
So today we have a special guest who decided to come into my video. It's my dad.
Oh, hi.
Dad, I'm kind of in the middle of a video. If it's really important, say it or don't.
Well, yeah, I just want to ask you something.
Okay, it's been too long. I have to go back to my video because I'm not sure why you took too long to talk to me. But basically, I told you before, guys, in my video, I live with him. And so he's watching me, which is kind of awkward, but I keep going to my anxiety and staying with it. Okay, a couple things I want to say about my dad. One, about my relationship with my dad. One, I want to say it's crappy. And number two, I'm saying it's crappy. And number two, you kind of saw an example here where, you know, I've told him at least once about my YouTube videos. I've sent him one of my YouTube videos. He doesn't really say anything. And, you know, you can see an example right here where I'm trying to integrate him into my life and what I'm doing. And he just looks at me like, you know, he doesn't understand is the best way to put it. And it is the most correct and realistic way because, I don't know, he came from a different culture. And I can get into like, I don't know what exactly it is. He just doesn't understand how anxiety is something that, you know, doesn't make you definitely different. Everyone has it, but I don't think that's exactly what I mean. What I mean to say is, he envelops himself in a social group, a social hierarchy, and dare I say it's a society of, you know, old world, pre-modern, almost anti-Western, but I don't want to say anti-Western, but there is a very strain of that from the Indian subcontinent, who believe very radical things about anxiety and, you know, sexuality that I don't. And he doesn't believe in any of that, but he surrounds himself with that because of that's what he grew up with. You know, he moved here and has lived here for 30 years, but he still grew up with that, and I guess that makes him feel comfortable. And because of that, he doesn't really understand where I'm coming from like a postmodernist point of view, critiquing the society and the fact that sometimes you do the best you can and you still screw up. And it's hard to explain how I arrived at the same conclusion that he does, but he just would prefer if I arrived it through his assumptions of like life rather than mine. And at least the difference is, but it's so funny how we almost like it's, if someone was to record our conversations and just read the transcript back, it would sound pretty civil. It would sound like maybe one of us is kind of like a bit off in terms of like communicating, in terms of like, you know, understanding. Like it's, I don't know how to explain it, but it would feel like just really, really hard. It would feel like if you read a transcript of our talks, like, yeah, the guy's making sense, but then there's a lot of just wasted time in terms of repetition and arguing over meaningless things. And the second thing I want to say is, I guess my third thing now I'm on, is my OCPD really screws me up when someone comes in and does my video. It really is, my anxiety is getting heightened. You know, I can feel my anxiety getting heightened, and so, yeah. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it makes me angry when I get interrupted, when I'm doing something that I need to do. It annoys me, but you know, this is common in these cultures. They just don't think of it as really, really anxiety. They blame the evil eye, and they blame, as I said before, spirits, demons, jinns, whatever. I'm not saying that's not true. That's common. Every culture has something like that. You know, evil eye, wrong stare, whatever, bad vibes. Of course, most people know, you know, psychologists in the psychiatric community affirms anxiety is not caused by the devil, but it's caused by genetic factors and environmental factors, such as how you were grown up, how you were raised, you know, how much your parents nurtured you, and basically whether your family line or your family has a genetic abnormality that predisposes them to anxiety. I can feel it here. I'll show you. I can feel my anxiety here right now. You know, I seem quite calm talking to him, but I didn't like it. I might have, honestly, what was my thought process when he was coming in was, I gotta get up and lock the door. Then I don't know, I thought maybe he's just going to be in my outside here, kind of just, I know, looking for something. Sometimes he does that. He just stands outside in my, it's like a kitchen foyer area, and he sometimes just stands around. I've seen it. I've heard him sometimes open my fridge, look at it, and close it. I think he's just worrying if I have enough food to eat, which is nice, but which is nice, right? He's 64 years old. He's getting old. It's just this slaughter happening right now. So, this is actually the first time in a long time I actually feel my anxiety going up, even though I'm doing my exposure. It's really frustrating. I feel like crying in a way because I'm trying to do something so important to me, and because of something that I really can't control, the fact that I have OCPD, or really something he can't control, like, you know, he just opened the door and said in his arm, he wanted to see his son. I could have locked it, but it's just, you know, I'm trying to do the best I can in my videos, and I'm trying to save my anxiety. Yeah, as soon as he came, I knew I was going to be more, I don't know what I knew, but maybe I didn't know, but here. If anybody knows, sometimes anxiety, I feel it here. If anybody else feels it here. Remember, I used to feel it here a lot, right in the breastbone area, right below the breastbone. But now I feel it here, kind of in my stomach area, upper stomach area, lower chest area. And honestly, it's really annoying because I was really looking forward. As I said, I had a really low anxiety today. I was even thinking, oh, should I even make a video today? Like, I don't even need to make videos anymore because my anxiety is so good. And then next thing you know, I'm making this video. It's amazing how, in a way, the world works, God works. You think you're cured or whatever, and I don't know what to say. Here we go, another slice. I'm not really staying with the anxiety though. I'm just, I don't know. I'm really fucking confused right now. I'm freezing, so I have to feel. Try to feel. See, I don't know if this is because of a health reason. Like I didn't eat anything. Not today, and not yesterday, but the day before. And then the day after that, which would have been yesterday, I ate a little bit. I was incredibly tired. I didn't do anything the whole day. I just slept. I was in my bed watching Star Trek the whole day. Incredibly weak. And then today I wake up and, I felt okay, but I didn't feel okay. I couldn't see in the morning. Like, not blindness, obviously, but like my eyes were like really getting hard to adjust to sunlight. And on top of all of that, my half brother wants to talk to me about playing hockey with him, and he's up at like 10 o'clock trying to, wake me up. Honestly, I can't deal with this in a way sometimes. It's not the type of world I like. I like not being bothered until I'm woken up and ready for the world instead of being having the world forced on me. But unfortunately, I can't live in a world where I can always get what I want. Or even ever. If I haven't told you guys in the previous video, a lot of changes have been happening in my life. I gotta do more exposure. I think I'm gonna eat more slice, maybe, I don't know. I really don't know. I just gotta start eating this. Yeah, I was thinking, I was thinking, why make these anxiety videos, right? My anxiety's so low as it is. But of course, a part of me said, no, people might eventually watch them, and they'll show. It's a good showcase of how to systematically defeat a specific sort of anxiety. My video is going longer than I'd like it to. I think I say that in like every video. I'm gonna try the rest of the slice here and rate my anxiety afterwards. One of the things I've noticed with this video, with when I'm making these videos, and having like a psychology first attitude rather than a Islam first attitude, is I notice my actions more. I notice my behaviors more. Like, we do a lot of things unconsciously, and we don't really have this like, oh, I'm doing it, I'm doing this. But when you start challenging your negative thoughts, challenging your anxiety, facing your phobia of choking and all that stuff, you realize that you're doing a lot of things you don't even realize you're doing them? Are you even like, there? Or are you somewhere else? Or are you 10, 20 minutes late away from what ahead of what you're doing because it's seemingly so mundane? Almost like eating, but that's weird. So again, a couple things to having a bad. Sorry, this video is all messed up. I'm trying to do my exposure and I'm also trying to talk about things I want to talk about. I also get messed up because of all the, I'm trying to become a nicer, better Muslim and pray, but it seems like my anxiety goes higher because I'm not following how the Islamic way to deal with anxiety is. But at the same time, it's like you don't really get better as much as you just kind of, I don't know. It's not a psychology first attitude. That doesn't make sense either. It's not like you gotta take into account psychology. You can't just say, I'm gonna pray harder, my anxiety will go away. Because I've tried that. Honestly, unless you're going to the mosque every day, right, 5 times a day, something like that, and like doing some serious, I don't know what to say. Maybe that's the truth. Maybe you just have to just start praying more. I just know that my psychologist said that has nothing to do with you being a bad person. Anxiety is not something that only afflicts bad people. He even said, don't listen to Quran recitation when you're eating, because you need to feel the anxiety. You need to smack it down. You need to not basically say, oh well, God will save me, because God will save you. That's something we all believe and everything, but I think we all I'd like to think God will save me if I'm in trouble. But what I mean to say is, God, and anxiety, he said it best, my psychologist: science is based on certainty, science is based on doubt, religion is based on certainty. So you kind of got to balance both. Science versus religion. And I'm lost to how to balance them. It's a really tough exposure. Not the choking, but I'm just so distracted since my dad came in, and now I'm talking about thinking about all things. I think I planned what I was gonna say today. Roughly my video structure is: hi everybody, introduction to my channel, then rate the anxiety, do the exposure, rate the anxiety afterwards, and then maybe some thoughts, concluding thoughts about what I'm thinking. Sorry guys, just have to get something on my nose. But with the whole different change. It's hard to explain. It's like, when I told you OCPD, I said in one of my previous videos, is if like OCD and autism had a baby. I know, it sounds annoying. It sounds like one of the most annoying things to have. You must be the most annoying person in the world. I've gotten that. I've gotten that from a lot of people, that you are, it's like talking to a wall. It's so annoying. I have this like, just understanding when I talk to people that they may not really care what I'm saying, or they just, like, I'm always like, when like people are in a group and they're talking, and then like they'd be talking about something, I don't know what, like I wouldn't be listening. Maybe I should be listening. Maybe that's the problem. Anyway, could be. That's probably it. Anyway, I'm just gonna share this story anyway. Screw it. I'm gonna do the rest. I'm gonna have like one more bite, and I'll just create my anxiety, talk about, and then maybe see what my thoughts are, or whatever, and probably end the video. It was a long one.